Hi there, hello, and welcome to Base Camp. I'm Pastor Pat, and I am super stoked that you're here today. I want to talk to you some more about what we learned from the book of Job last time, but before we do, I'm starved. So I'm going to take just a short lunch break and eat my sandwich. I got it right over here. It's a hero sandwich. Let me just grab that.
Did someone say hero?
What? Who are you?
I'm Patman. I'm Patman.
Patman?
Yes, doer of good. The light knight. I am a believer in Jesus and can therefore do anything. Evildoers, beware.
Wait, did you say that you're a believer in Jesus and can therefore do anything?
Correct, citizen. I even have a favorite Bible verse. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. There is nothing I can't do.
I don't think that's exactly what
Time for me to go be the hero and do all things.
Wait! That's not what that verse means. Oh boy. This isn't going to end well.
What's this? It's my arch nemesis, evil villain man. What are you doing here?
That's right. It is I, evil villain man. And I overheard your conversation a moment ago. You said that you can do all things?
That's right. Philippians 4:13 says that as a believer in Jesus, I can do all things. So stand back, you fiend.
All things, huh? Well, I don't see any wallet on that costume of yours. Let's see if you can pay bills without any money.
What went wrong? As a believer in Jesus, I'm supposed to be able to do all things. Maybe I didn't pray enough. Yes, that's it. Well, I'll just pray more and then I'll be able to do all things. Amen. There, and just in time too, for I have my big track race to go to. I can do all things. Good. I made it in time for my big race. Let's see who my opponent is today. Evil villain man!
That's right. It is I, evil villain man. And I am your opponent for today's race.
I don't know what you have planned, evil villain man, but you'll never get away with it because I can do all things, you diseased maniac.
Diseased maniac, am I? Well, I vanquished you with the bills, and now I shall vanquish you with the ills.
Blast! That evil villain man made me too sick to run. I don't get it. I'm a believer in Jesus. I prayed. What else do I need to do? I know. I must not be reading my Bible enough. There! Not a moment too soon. I just read that as a Christian, I am supposed to show love to my enemies. And I know just where to find one. I can do all things!
Yes, that evil plan should work. I shall now be able to take over the world, or at least several city blocks. Patman!
That's right. It is I, Patman.
I don't know how you found my evil lair, but you shall never thwart me, Patman.
Thwart you? I haven't come to thwart you, evil villain man. I've come to love you. Now come here and let me give you a hug. I can do all things.
A hug? What? No! Social distancing, remember? Stop! What are you doing? And stay away from my evil lair!
How come this isn't working? I'm a believer in Jesus. I pray. I read my Bible. Why can't I do all things? What am I not doing right?
Holy bumps and bruises, Patman! What happened to you?
I don't know. As a believer in Jesus, I'm supposed to be able to do all things, but I pray, I read my Bible, and still bad things happen to me. What am I not doing right? Maybe I need to go to church more, or give more money for missionaries through BGMC.
No. I think you're confused.
What do you mean? Shouldn't I be doing those things?
Well, those are all good things to do, and they will all help you to deepen your relationship with God and to grow and to mature. But it sounds like you're making the same mistake that Job and his friends made.
What do you mean?
Well, Job and his friends thought if they just did enough good things and God would bless them and they could do all things too. They figured if things were going well, that meant you were doing everything right. And if things got hard, then that must mean you were doing something wrong. But good things don't necessarily mean that you're good, and hard things don't necessarily mean that you're bad. Hard things happening to you can mean God is teaching you something, or that He's trusting you to represent Him well in difficult circumstances, or they could simply be taking place because we live in a broken world due to sin. Or maybe some combination of all three, or something else altogether. It doesn't just mean that we have to do more or be better Christians.
But what about that verse, I can do all things? Doesn't that mean that if I'm a good enough Christian, there's nothing that I can't do?
No. There's a very important word that you need to know when reading that verse or any passage of the Bible, and that's context.
Context?
Yeah. Context is understanding what something means based off of what is said around it. Let's take a look at your verse, Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. But this time, let's give it a little context by reading it with the couple of verses that come before it. So Philippians chapter 4, verse 11b through verse 13. I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength.
Wait, that verse isn't about being able to do all things and accomplish everything because I'm a good enough Christian? That verse is about being able to go through hard times or good times because I trust God and know that He loves me regardless, that I can keep living for Him even when things don't go how I like, not doing and getting everything that I want.
That's right. We have a relationship with God and can live for Him win or lose, good times or hard. And we're going to be okay with that because Jesus gives us our strength, not what we do or the circumstances we face.
Well, that's good news. It's not about me. It's about Jesus. And He loves me no matter what.
Yes, He does. Trust Him and stop relying on yourself to be good enough. Having a superpower or knowing a superhero who can accomplish great things would be cool. But knowing Jesus, that's even better. For one, He's real.
Hey!
Second, when you have a relationship with Him, He gives you His strength so you can keep going no matter what you face. Jesus, what a friend.
good guy, you are the savior, and I know that you're always gonna be there. Yeah, you're always gonna be there. When I'm in danger, when I'm in trouble, when I'm surrounded, well, I know that it's you that I can count on, that I can always count on. Hear me shout it out. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hawkman. Jesus, what a friend. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hawkman. Jesus, what a friend. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hawkman. Jesus, what a friend. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hawkman. Jesus, what a friend. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hawkman. Jesus, what a friend. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hawkman. Jesus, what a friend. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hawkman. Jesus, what a friend. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa. Stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash, bigger than the Hawkman. Jesus, what a friend. Jesus is better than any superhero. Jesus is my best friend. Whoa, whoa.
Jesus is an amazing friend to have. The Bible tells us that He will never leave you or forget about you, even if things get hard. Is He your friend? Because He can be. The Bible teaches us that we are all separated from God because of our sin, any wrong thing that we've ever done, but that God became a person, Jesus, to take the punishment for that sin in our place so that we wouldn't have to, and so that we can be friends with Him forever. It's like your parents sending themselves to timeout instead of you when you did something naughty, only a gazillion times more. The punishment He took in our place was dying on a cross. That's how much He loves you. But He didn't stay dead. He came back to life 3 days later so that now we can live with Him forever. To get this awesome relationship, you don't have to do anything, but accept it. To do that, you can pray something like this. Dear Jesus, I know that I'm a sinner. I've broken your law and I've broken your heart. But I believe that you died on the cross to take my punishment and that you rose again from the dead so that I can live with you forever. Please forgive me for my sins. Come into my life and help me to live for you and with you from now on. Amen. If you prayed something like that and accepted Jesus' offer to be your best friend, I'd love to hear about it. Go ahead and comment below. Also, make sure that you like, subscribe, follow, and share this video with all of your friends so that they can be His friend too. I'm Pastor Pat with Base Camp here at Summit Church, and I hope to see you again soon. Same Pat time, same Pat channel. Bye.